Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yashala. Koloyimla. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Bahashim Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say the water toward the H.I.M and Aqua that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan the Waf just coming at you with another quick lesson and praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. I wanted to touch on Charlie Kirk here. He bitching again. If you're familiar with this guy, I watched his show before, but yeah, he be going in with the the anti-white shit. Charlie Kirk says he's impatient with many Jews for accepting anti-white bigotry and warns countries on the road to mass murder. Now, what could he mean by that? Now, the thing that I wanted to point out is no one's actually white. But those people that's over there in the Holy Land that's calling themselves Jews, they are the same people as Charlie Kirk, and he don't even know that. This shows you how a lot of these people, they be on these platforms, and they really just don't know, man, They're all Edomites. But the Edomites that's in Israel, they own a lot of media, so they've been smart enough to separate themselves from the average white race because they have to pull off this, how can I put it? Well, let's just put it plain. The lie of them actually being Israelites. They won't even say Israelite. They'll say Israeli. You'll never hear any of them say, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. It's the last time you heard that. You'll never hear one of them say that. That's not going to come out of their mouth. Now, the word Jew, it just goes off into one tribe, which is Judah or Yahweh, because there's no letter J in Hebrew, actually. Right? So they've told the world that, no, we're not white people, but they're no different than Donald Trump. They're no different than Bernie Sanders. I mean, Bernie Sanders, I think he's a so-called Jew too, but they're no different than, just your average country singer in Tennessee. They're the same people. They're Edomites. But these people done a real good job of making people think that they're not the same people as the other Caucasians. We look like them, but we're not a part of them. We're not them. We're different. No, they are the same people, man. They are the same people. These are some very, very crafty people, man. Talked about the subtile than any of the other beasts. This is them. They got people out here thinking that a damn snake was really talking to Eve. Let me see. Probably spelling that all wrong. Yeah, Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle. Yeah, I was spelling it wrong. Than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh power had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, ye have God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. See? This wasn't no damn snake talking to a woman, man, about no apple. This was the actual people, man. That spirit of damn Esau back then. The serpent, man. Very subtle. You know how crafty you gotta be to make people think like it's almost like you have a twin. And you just make everybody think that, oh no, we're not twins, we just look alike. No, that's not no. People know, you and then for so long after them pushing it and keep saying it and doing, that separation, they've been doing that shit for so long that people actually really believe that this man is not the same as some fucking guy down in Florida on the beach surfing, bro. Or one of these skydivers, or one of these, you know how Esau get down. They really got people really believing that. And then you got Negroes here in America into Zionism strong as hell. They go to these Christian churches, man. They really believe that these so-called white people are the real biblical Jews, and that they have nothing to do with the same so-called white people that's pulling your ass over and shooting at you. The damn cops here. Same people, man. And all you got to do is really just Google it and search. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, I tell you what. Say, for instance, now, when I typed this in, I knew it wasn't going to say, you know how when you Google something? Generally, I'm just going to type it in right now. I already typed it in because I looked it up. But you know how when you Google something and you're typing it, and as you're typing it, it's pretty much finishing out for you. It's like, I ain't even got to finish typing it. There it is. It wasn't like that when I typed in our Jews, white people. It just like, no, you're going to have to finish typing that shit out. Matter of fact, let me do it. Let me see. Well, I guess since I've done it, it's still in my search. Yeah, but I've already done it. So anyway, let me just go into it. So now, it's plenty of articles on it, but they really have done a real good number, man. They actually have something on here on YouTube. While because they got these differences in Jews, Ashkenazi, and you got another sect of them. Look, man, Jew just goes off into Judah. That's one tribe. They can never explain to you where the other 11 tribes are at. They actually done made people think that it's just the Jews. If you ask the average person if they knew that it was actually, if they actually knew that there should be 11 more sets of people in that land to go along with them, they would be like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? The average person, these people have controlled the mindsets of people through the media to the point where they have no idea that there are 11 other tribes other than these people that's calling themselves the Jews. If you're Judah, then where's Benjamin and Levi, which would be the southern kingdom when the kingdom was split? If you're Judah, where's Zebulon at? Where's Asher at? As a matter of fact, let's go into it real quick. Let me get numbers real fast. Here are the matter of fact, we can just, let's see. Let me just put in I'm just gonna put in Judah. Okay, and matter of fact, let's just go into it. Let's get Genesis 35. Right? So you have the sons of Israel, which his name was changed. His name was Jacob, but it was changed into Israel or Yashala in the Hebrew tongue, which is he is a prince of the power. The sons of Leah, you got the tribe of Reuben right here, right? Reuben, Jacob's firstborn. You have Simeon. You have Levi. You have Judah. You have Issachar. You have Zebulon. Now, if you ask these people, where are these other people at? Where are the children of these men? Right? You have the sons of Rachel, Joseph, and Benjamin, right? And the sons of Bilhah. And for you newcomers that don't know that our men can actually have multiple women, this is an example of our forefather Jacob and his 4 wives, and that's where the 12 tribes of Israel come from. So go fight with the Lord on that. To you ones that's out here, especially you damn Americans. Y'all so westernized to the point where it breaks your heart to think that a so-called black man can be with multiple women. It breaks your heart. Anyway, and the sons of Bilhah, Rachel's handmaid, the tribe of Dan, or Dan and Naphtali. Well, we know Dan is, we'll see was gonna conspire with Dan in the future, but that's one of the sons. And the sons of Zilpah, here's the 4th wife, or the 4th. He had 2 wives and 2 basically concubines, so to speak, or the maid servants of his first 2 wives. Okay, so Leah's handmaid, she had Gad, tribe of Gad, which would be your North American Indians here, that's in the Americas right now, and Asher. These are the sons of Jacob. So you got Asher, Gad, Naphtali, Benjamin, Joseph, Zebulon, Issachar, Judah, Levi, Simeon, and Reuben. Where are those other tribes at? But they have fooled the people into thinking that, it's just Jews. We're just Jews. That land was departed, and the Lord gave every one of those sons an inheritance. those sons became basically nations within themselves. And then they'll tell you that they just 2% of the population. We're the smallest group in the world. Y'all just picking on us. Man, look, the scripture says that the Israelites will be like the sands of the sea. Or like the stars of heaven, man. Innumerable. How the hell you 2%? Come on, bro. These people are not the people. They're no different than your average so-called white guy that's watching a damn Phillies game and a Buffalo Wild Wing. Throwing back shots at Jameson or some shit. They're the same people, man. Don't let these people fool you into thinking that there's someone different. But here you go. This guy, he goes on this rant, though. Hey, he be going on some hardcore rants, though. He says, I am personally loving the Republican Party's unity against Jew hatred. It has no place in America. But can we get the same unity about the institutional hatred of white people on campus? Asked Kirk while contemplating the anti-Semitism at many college protests on his show Tuesday. And also, too, there's no, Semitism, that's not in the scriptures, man. His name is H.I.M. Let's get that, too. Because that's another misconception that they got people believing that there's this guy named Sem. There's no guy named Sem. It just shows you the craftiness of these people. Now, let's put in Sem. It does come up, I think, once in the New Testament. And in the New Testament, see, in the New Testament, in the Greek, some words are spelled different. Like you see Noah. Noah's name, his name is spelled N-O-E. But in the Old Testament, it's N-O-A-E. But see, these people, they don't go by the New Testament. They go by the Torah only, really, from what they'll tell you. They don't believe in, the New Testament with Yahushua. They don't believe that he ever came, right? So let's put in H.I.M. Now, you peep, it only comes up one time in Luke 3:36. But let's put in H.I.M. Because he's one of the sons of Noah. Noah had H.I.M, Ham, Japheth, which replenished the earth after the flood, man. So why don't they use H.I.M since it's from the Old Testament and from the Torah that they so-called go with? Because these people, man, I guess they just never knew that people would figure this shit out. But it's all by the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Because the Lord is revealing this man, the man of sin, the son of perdition, in these last days. So now let's see how many times H.I.M comes up. There you go. It occurs in 16 verses. You can clearly see his name is H.I.M, not Sem. Because, again, they don't deal with the New Testament, so why would they use something that's in the New Testament? As opposed to saying, you're anti-Shemitic. Because it's all sneakiness and craftiness. Now, are they Shemitic? Yes, they are. They come from Abraham, Isaac, and Esau, though. They don't come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And actually, when you go into their history, they were converted during the Maccabees era of John Hyrcanus. If I'm pronouncing the brother's name right. They were beaten into subjection and converted as far as keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Israelites that were ruling over them, so to speak, at the time. That's all that happened with that. They are not the actual DNA biological descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They have what they call Judaism. And it's the same thing when you go into the book of, Esther, I think it is. With, when Haman tried to, kill off all the so-called Jews. And then, the king came up with this decree where the Jews could fight back and they whooped their asses. And then it says that a lot of the people back then, they became Jews because they were afraid of the real Israelites or the real. And when you go up into Jews or Judah, generally, when you go up into it, it was kind of like Judah, Benjamin, and Levi all together. But they were separate tribes because the southern kingdom was pretty much Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And then the kingdom was split. Then you had southern kingdom called Judah, northern kingdom called Israel. And that's where the other tribes were at. Israel, Asher, Naphtali, your Ephraim, Joseph, Manasseh, those are, the northern kingdom. But you can clearly see Shem's name is here. See? H.I.M, Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Noah. and Noah's wife and the 3 wives of his sons with them into the ark. So these were the men that repopulated the earth, man. So, and Shem had multiple sons. So there are more than just these people calling themselves Shemites. I think it's like 8 different nations that go under the family line of Shem, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, he goes on to say, it says, but can we get the same unity about the institutional hatred of white people on campus? Asked Kirk while contemplating the anti-Semitism at many college protests on his show Tuesday. You might say that those are 2 different things. No, the white hatred evolved into Jewish hatred because they just loop Jews into white hatred because white hatred is just hatred of the West. Hey, they looping y'all all together because y'all the same damn people. But these Edomites are the top tribe. Amalek. This is one of the enemies of the Lord according to Psalms 83. Amalek. When you go up into, let's get Psalms 83 real quick. This is one of the enemies of the Lord. One of these nations. All the nations that's being named off, they hate the Lord and they hate the children of Israel, which are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. I'm going to just get verse 2 and jump down. It says, Psalms 83 and 2, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. So you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, all these nations came together to make you think that you're just a color out of a damn crayon box, or all these colonized names that they gave you when they enslaved you. A lot of the elite, they know that we're Israelites, but they're not going to tell you. So that's when they came up to the point where, hey, we're not going to, they're not going to remember who, we're going to do them so dirty, they're never going to have a remembrance of who they actually were. But they didn't know that the Lord in the last days was going to do what he's doing right now by waking us up. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. See, the tabernacles of Edom. That's the biblical name for the so-called white man. And the Ishmaelites and Moab and the Hagarenes and Jabal and Ammon and Amalek. Amalek is a damn Edomite. He's the top tribe of Edom. And it's kind of, it's spiritual that his name is within there, but, they could have just been named with the Edomites. But actually, their name is separated from the Edomites to kind of like throw them out there. Let's watch this. Amalek, H6002. It should go back to him being a damn Edomite. See, here you go right here. A son of Eliphaz by concubine Timnah, grandson of Esau. So if he's the grandson of Esau, Esau's secondary name is Edom because that name goes into red, which they are red because they don't look like a glass of milk while they're running around calling themselves white people. The scripture says that they came out red. That word Edom, it goes off into red. He's the grandson of Esau. See? And they so sneaky, bro. You see, the Lord is giving us the spirit to search and to navigate and move through, this thing, man, and really expose these people, right? Because this is really sneaky. It's really crafty the way that they put this in here. They could have just said, Edomite, Esau, right? So matter of fact, let's get it. Let's I'm just gonna put in a name, Edom. Because remember, he ate the uncooked meal, sold his birthright for it. That's how he got that name. Genesis 25 and 30. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. See that? There you go. Red, man. He's the red man. They didn't actually try to switch up a couple of Hebrew words and trying to make it seem as if, that's not them. But it's actually them, man. And, you got to just flow in the spirit, man. And if the Holy Spirit not dealing with you, you're not going to get it anyway. But these people really, common sense should be able to tell you, okay, Well, he don't look no different than, damn country singer. They the same people. And don't get me wrong, you got Edomites out here that's just as dark as Wesley Snipes. And one of the things that Esau done when, he married, I think he married, I think his first wife was one of the women of Ishmael, which would have been a darker race, and a Canaanite, which would have been a darker race. So you have darker skinned Edomites out here. They don't all just look like Donald Trump. There's some of them that's out here that's shit, just as chocolate as the Allstate man. I call him the guy with the deep voice. So hey man, they been getting over for a minute, but all that shit is starting to be overturned. Okay, so he goes on to say, and many Jews are saying, no, we're not white. And I just say to myself, wait, hold on. So it's okay to hate white people as long as you're not in the category with white people. Really? Wondered Kirk. That's what some liberal Jews are saying. How about this? It's wrong to hate any group, period. The Turning Point USA founder also argued that universities are deployment centers for shock troops to be used against white people, Jews, Christian, Western societies, and expanded on the point. This is a wake-up call for many Jews, and I have sympathy for American Jews that are very confused. However, I have impatience for American Jews that have put up with the anti-white sentiments the last decade and thought it was perfectly fine. Because guess what, American Jews? You're considered white in the eyes of Marxists. What? I thought white meant like MAGA Christian people in Oklahoma. No, white means you too. Welcome to the most hated class in America today. And Jews are like, wait, I never thought I was white. Oh no, some of them, no, they know. I don't identify as white. We're Jewish. See that? See that? Which, like I said again, none of these people are actually white. They're like pinkish to reddish in color. You don't get to determine the rules. So now Jews are experiencing the hate that we white people have been experiencing the last decade, and we've been warning against. Hey, you know that there's like a lot of venom against white people because of the color of their skin. Well, if you know the color of your skin, you should know that you're not fucking white. Too bad. Florida Pelosa, BLM, diversity is our strength. And now all of a sudden, Jews are saying this kind of feels like we got to Auschwitz, continued Kirk. I'm glad they're waking up. And it is how you get to mass murder. It is how you get to elimination. By hating one group, by sectarianism and tribalism, concluded Kirk. And the reason why this is breaking the matrix is that for years it was fashionable and acceptable to hate white people. It's not as fashionable and acceptable to hate Jews. But if you call Jews white, are you then able to hate Jews? See? And this is what's going on. I will play the video, but that's his show. These Edomites, they're a little touchy. But the point that I wanted to make is, hey, look, the Lord is breaking y'all down anyway. Because of the see, people, you think that people dislike you because you're just so-called white. People dislike you, or and I'm just saying dislike, to be polite here. Because you motherfuckers done ran throughout the earth and done all kinds of atrocities. And it's all y'all, you so-called white people here in America, and you ones that's calling yourselves Jews, man. You've done a lot of wicked shit in the earth over these past centuries, man. And people are starting to realize it and don't want shit to do with y'all. And in so many words, they really would. If people woke up tomorrow and they never seen another white person, they wouldn't even be tripping over it. They might talk about it for a while, but they have a sigh of relief. Because this place is just that damn wicked while it's being ran by them. I just done that lesson earlier, where I'm looking like, the data, and I'm not sure where it's at now, but the data for the abortion rates in America, 700,000 fucking kids a year. And I'm thinking, I think it was saying like 300,000 or so of them were so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So they have our people out here, our women out here, promoting it to them too, at that, advertising it to them to go and abort their children. You're not hearing about no so-called Jewish people with no damn Planned Parenthood in their neighborhood and they're fucking going to get no abortion, bro. Come on now. They're not under the curses, man. If anything, they're having babies. If out of all the groups of the so-called white people, they are the have some children, because these regular dusty ass so-called white people, they can't afford to have no kids in this man's society. So they just like, fuck it. Don't get me wrong, they having abortions too. But they just like, fuck some family and kids, man. We can't afford it. We can barely afford a house. We can't afford the rent. We can't afford food. We can't afford the car payments. Hey, Esau doing bad in this kingdom, man. And you'd be surprised. Some of these so-called Jews in America, they not doing as well neither, but they do have they're not doing as bad as these other so-called white people. But don't let nobody fool you into thinking that they're not the same as this guy right here. Same people, man. Matter of fact, let's I like to use the tool. Use the tools, man. Use the Google and things of that nature. Let's just put in Jew. I could have put in Jewish people. And actually, you can actually convert to being a Jew. That shit is stupid. Jew is short for Judah. It's not a religion. Judah is a tribe of people that come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the fourth son. Right? But let's go to images. And here you go. No different than these so-called white people. They just happen to grow beards. Some of them don't. But if this guy were to cut his beard and take off that silly ass outfit and just put on a regular suit and tie, because a lot of them are in Congress. You can't tell some of these so-called white people from you don't even know that they would be Jews until something come up and they are like, matter of fact, let's get this guy. I think Chuck Schumer. I think he's a damn Jew. Or supposedly. This guy right here. Now, if you was to see this guy right here, well, how is he different from Joe Biden or somebody? Same people, man. I'm gonna put it. Is Chuck Schumer a Jew? I think he's a Jew. Because a lot of them don't really claim it like that. See, that's the bullshit too. But let's go off into the Wikipedia and see. Because I'm pretty certain he is. But like I said again, a lot of them, they try, they steer clear of it because, they just blend on in, but they made people think that they're not so-called white people, and they are. See, this right here is that bullshit. And this how you be knowing too, because they make it so hard for simple shit when you get to checking into stuff like this, man. Damn shame. Let me try Jewish. Yep, it says he and his family are Jewish, and he is a second cousin once removed of comedian Amy Schumer. See? And Amy Schumer, let's get her. I forgot all about her. See? There you go. If you seen her, would you think that she was a Jew? You'd just be like, oh, that's a white lady. If there was an accident or something like that and the police came and, she hit your car or something and took off and they get to asking you about a description. First thing gonna come out, you gonna be like she was a white lady. Look. She's no different from any other white lady. But again, they fool the people into making the world think that, and that's some crafty shit, bro. I'm telling you, like literally, that is like having a damn twin brother. And both of y'all wearing different outfits, but y'all look like each other to the fucking T. That's like, say, for instance, the Maury twins. Let me put in the Maury twins, right? Let's say, for instance, right? Now, we do know, they say that everybody got a twin, right? Everybody got a twin. Maybe I'm spelling that shit wrong. I'm spelling that shit wrong. I'm just trying to prove a point here. Tiamari, Salaki, I'm spelling the name wrong. So say, for instance, right? Do they have any pictures of them together? But you know what they look like. These are, you know, they were very identical. You know what I'm saying? Identical twins, right? And here they go. So now say, for instance, one of these young ladies right here, you see them. Now, they might be dressed alike. Let's take this picture, for instance, right here, where they both got two different hairstyles. You might be like, oh, well, you know what? Damn, you are a spitting image of this one. Do you have a twin? You know, you hear people like that. They say stuff like that all the time. But for them to actually have a twin and to say, nope, that's not, I don't know them. I mean, come on. This is pretty much what these people are doing. They have separated themselves from their race of people, basically. And that's the reason why their people don't really like them like that. Because they really got down. When you think about the money that these... And then you got your own people that's struggling in America sending money to you in Israel, and you don't even need it. You got all the money in the world. This shit is crazy. Anyway, man, I'm going to end out there. I mean, man, Salakia, man. But this shit, man. But, hey, let me get this too, though, real quick. Because the man of sin, that son of perdition, is being revealed. And it's a part of our job as the prophets, man, to reveal this man. That's a part of the job. When you come into this truth, man. That's a part of the prophecy. That's a prophecy right there. That this man will be revealed, man. 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come. And that's the coming of the Lord. The day of the Lord's coming shall not come, except there come a falling away first. And the falling away was us, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, falling away from our heritage. Not knowing who we were. Not keeping our customs. Just running around calling ourselves all these different names that our colonizers gave us. It says, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So the Lord can't come until the man of sin, the son of perdition, be revealed. And don't let these Christians fool you into thinking that it's going to be this one guy. He's the Antichrist. Because in the scripture says there's multiple Antichrists. Antichrist plural. Matter of fact, we can get that. But the man of sin is Esau. His race of people. Sometimes when you see, like a name, it goes off into the entire nation that was that the offspring of that particular man. Because you got to realize Esau, Jacob, all these nations have been around for thousands of years. That's why it's billions of people on the planet. Because people from those particular offsprings have been having children, over generation to generation to generation for thousands of years. Right? But don't let them fool you into with the Antichrist shit. Because the scripture says what? Many Antichrists are here, man. Plural. See right here? 1 John 2:18, little children, it is the last time. And as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come, even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time. That's how we know. And going up into Antichrist, that's just anybody around you that don't believe in Yahushua, Mashiach, man. If they don't believe that the Lord is a so-called black man, that's an Antichrist. They don't care to call on his true name, Yahushua, that's an Antichrist. They running around out here talking about the Lord loves everybody and he's going to save everybody, replacement theology and all that silly shit. That's an Antichrist. It's billions of them running around, man. Billions of them. Because you got these so-called white people, they go to church faithfully, believing that white Jesus is going to come and save everybody. Those are Antichrists. mostly every so-called white person you see. Well, they're still Antichrist anyway, even though they may say, well, you know what? No, we know his name is not Jesus. You know, these people about to get what's coming to them. Let's just be simple about it. You know, but I'm going to end out there because this guy right here, his show is on, I can't think what channel. I kind of be scrolling, but I have caught him. I think he may not even have that show anymore. I mean, on the channel that I used to watch it on. But, you know, he's on there talking all kinds of shit like so-called white people do. And that's why I like to watch some of these shows. You gotta just slow up, man, on your remote, man. And slow down and check out some of these and listen to what these people be saying. See, our people don't really do that. I was just watching Trump. I think he's in I think Wisconsin. I'm just watching him live on Fox. And he's a funny dude. But hey, man, you gotta peep what these people be saying, man. That motherfucker racist as hell. For real. Hey, I mean, it just is what it is. He disguises it well. Because he know you niggas is for Trump this year. Y'all better wake the hell up, man. But I wanted to just touch on this, man. I pray that the lesson was edifying with that. Kwame Yashala.